Today, we're exploring the various sects within heavenly religions, which include Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Understanding these sects is crucial because they shape the beliefs and practices of millions around the world. First, let's define what we mean by sects. These are distinct groups within a larger religious tradition, often differing in interpretation, rituals, or beliefs. For instance, within Christianity, we have denominations like Catholicism, Orthodoxy, and Protestantism. Each has unique practices, but shares core beliefs about Jesus Christ. In Islam, you might hear about Sunni and Shia branches. The division stems from historical disputes over leadership, yet both sects honor the teachings of the Quran, albeit with varying interpretations. The benefits of understanding these sects include fostering tolerance and promoting dialogue between different faiths. It highlights the richness of spiritual expression and helps bridge cultural divides. However, there are challenges too, such as the potential for conflict that arises from these differences. A real-world example is the impact of religious sects on community dynamics, where differing beliefs can lead to both vibrant interfaith cooperation and significant tensions. In conclusion, by studying the sects of heavenly religions, we gain deeper insights into human beliefs and values, encouraging respect and understanding in our increasingly interconnected world. Embracing this complexity can pave the way for a more harmonious coexistence among diverse faiths. Religious Zionists, right-wing religious Zionism, orientation. This sect believes that the establishment of the State of Israel is part of a divine promise outlined in the Scriptures. Religious Zionists assert that Jews should have control over the entirety of the Promised Land, including the West Bank and Gaza Strip. Political positions. Groups such as Gush Emunim and the Koch movement adopt extreme views, asserting the right of Jews to dominate all Palestinian territories, including regions inhabited by Palestinians, viewing the conflict with them as part of a religious or ideological struggle. Influence. They have a notable impact on Israeli politics, particularly influencing settlement policies in the West Bank. Koch sect orientation. Founded by Rabbi Meir Kahane in the 1970s, this movement was widely considered extreme as it called for the expulsion of Palestinians from the land of Israel and rejected any form of negotiation with them. Political positions. Meir Kahane advocated for the implementation of Jewish law in Israel and viewed Palestinian Arabs as an existential threat. The movement was banned in Israel during the 1980s due to its racist and incitement-oriented tendencies. Influence. Despite its ban, some of the ideologies and beliefs propagated by Koch remain present within certain extremist factions in Israel. Neo-Nazis, Jewish extreme right. Orientation. While this faction does not constitute a religious sect in the traditional sense, some extremist right-wing movements espousing radical ideas believe in Jewish superiority and advocate for adopting extremist ideologies, reminiscent of those espoused by Rabbi Meir Kahane. Political positions. These groups express racist views against Arabs and Palestinians, and occasionally against other minorities, staunchly supporting settlement policies. Satmar Hasidism orientation. Although the Satmar movement is not classified as a politically extreme sect, it holds a staunchly oppositionist stance towards Zionism. The Satmars vehemently oppose the establishment of the State of Israel, asserting that a Jewish state should only arise after the coming of the Messiah, not before. Political positions. The sect fundamentally opposes the legitimacy of Israel, yet it does not endorse violence, choosing instead to advocate for non-cooperation with the Jewish state. Can any sect be categorized as the most dangerous? It is imperative to note that most of these sects do not engage in organized or collective violence, with exceptions such as Koch or certain extremist right-wing factions, and the term most dangerous must be understood within the appropriate context. Sectarian groups embracing extreme views may raise concerns due to their political or social influence, yet they need not necessarily be deemed dangerous from a security or military perspective. The Donme is a Jewish sect that originated in the Ottoman Empire during the 17th century, referring to a group of Jews who ostensibly embraced Islam while secretly continuing to observe certain Jewish rituals. It is believed that Donme translates to conversion or return in Ottoman Turkish, reflecting their superficial transition from Judaism to Islam. Historical emergence of the Donme in the 17th century, following significant religious upheavals in the Ottoman Empire, particularly after the fall of the Safavid dynasty in Iran. A faction of Jews in the city of Salonika, modern-day Greece, which was under Ottoman rule, followed an influential religious movement known as Sephardic Messianism. This movement was led by Sabbatai Zevi, a Jewish figure who claimed to be the awaited Messiah, Mashiach. When he converted to Islam in 1666, under duress from the Ottoman Sultan, many of his followers similarly adopted Islam. Key characteristics of the Donme sect: superficial conversion. Although they converted outwardly to Islam to secure legal and social protections within the Ottoman Empire, many Donme followers continued to practice their Jewish rituals clandestinely, such as Sabbath observance and Torah readings. Mixed identity. Members of the Donme adhered to a hybrid faith that synthesized elements of both Islam and Judaism, often encountering unique treatment due to their intertwined identities. They diverged from traditional Muslims in specific practices and rituals. Welcome to our historical exploration of the Donme, a fascinating sect that originated in Salonika and later spread throughout the Ottoman Empire. The Donme are descendants of Jews who converted to Islam but maintained many of their original beliefs and practices. This unique dual identity allowed them to navigate the complex social and political landscapes of the time. As they settled in major urban centers like Istanbul and Anatolia, the Donme became key players in the commercial and educational elite, significantly impacting the empire's economy. Notably, figures like Talat Pasha and Enver Pasha, leaders of the Committee of Union and Progress in the early 20th century, are believed to have roots in this sect. However, their story isn't without controversy. Despite their conversion, the Donme faced discrimination from both the Jewish and Muslim communities. Jews viewed them as heretical, while Muslims often questioned their true Islamic identity. In understanding the Donme, we gain insight into the complexities of identity and acceptance in a diverse historical context. Stay tuned for more intriguing insights into history. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of the three major Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, highlighting their similarities, differences, and diverse sects. Judaism, the oldest, focuses on the covenant between God and the Israelites, with branches like Orthodox, Conservative, and Reform, each interpreting the Torah and Jewish law differently. Christianity emerged from Judaism, emphasizing the life and teachings of Jesus Christ. It has numerous denominations, including Catholicism, Protestantism, and Eastern Orthodoxy. Each sect has its own doctrines, but they share core beliefs about the Trinity and salvation. Islam, founded in the 7th century, follows the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, enshrined in Quran. The two primary branches are Sunni and Shia, with various subsects like Sufism, highlighting different practices and interpretations of faith. While all three religions share a belief in one God and have ethical teachings emphasizing justice and compassion, they differ in their scriptures, religious practices, and theological interpretations. Understanding these nuances helps foster mutual respect and dialogue among different communities. Being aware of the complexities within each tradition allows for a richer appreciation of their beliefs and cultural impacts across history. Embrace this knowledge to cultivate greater understanding in our diverse world. Christianity is one of the major religions in the world and is characterized by its significant diversity in denominations and sects. This diversity has developed over the centuries due to doctrinal, cultural, and historical differences. Here is an overview of the main Christian denominations. Did you know that the major world religions, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, are not monolithic? They each have diverse sects that enrich their histories and beliefs. Understanding these sects gives us a clearer view of religious identities today. Let's start with Christianity. It's divided primarily into three branches: Catholicism, Protestantism, and Orthodoxy. Each has unique doctrines and traditions. For instance, Catholicism emphasizes the authority of the Pope and sacraments, while Protestantism arose from a desire for reform and is characterized by individual interpretation of the Bible. Moving to Islam, we find the two main sects, Sunni and Shia. Sunnis make up around 85 to 90% of Muslims worldwide, focusing on community consensus. Shia Muslims, however, emphasize the leadership of the imams, making their religious practices distinct. Judaism also showcases diversity, with branches like Orthodox, Conservative, and Reform Judaism. Each sect interprets Jewish laws differently, impacting their worship and lifestyle. However, sects can lead to critical tensions and misunderstandings. While they enrich the tapestry of each religion, differences can sometimes foster conflict. In conclusion, exploring these sects offers not only insights into their beliefs and practices, but also highlights the importance of dialogue and understanding in our increasingly interconnected world. Understanding these distinctions can foster respect and collaboration among diverse faith communities. Anglicanism. Definition: Anglicanism arose in England during the 16th century and is seen as a middle ground between Catholicism and Protestantism. Beliefs: Anglicans believe in the authority of the Bible while also valuing church traditions. Rituals: they include a variety of rituals known as the Book of Common Prayer. 5. Historical churches. Definition: these include a group of churches that maintain long-standing and traditional practices. Beliefs: while beliefs may vary between churches, many share a common faith in the sacred rites. 6. New churches and Christian movements. Definition: this includes a group of modern denominations and movements that emerged in the 20th century and beyond. Beliefs: they vary in doctrines and practices, and often adopt new concepts related to faith. 7. Eastern Christianity. Definition: this includes churches that arose in the Middle East, Asia, and Africa. Beliefs: they carry some local cultural traits and have their own heritage, such as the Coptic Church in Egypt and the Syriac Church. Christianity is rich in traditions and doctrinal complexities, and it plays a significant role in the cultural and religious history of many societies around the world. A good understanding of this diversity contributes to enhancing interfaith dialogue and cultural understanding, helping to build bridges of mutual comprehension. Islam is a global religion followed by billions of people around the world, characterized by significant diversity in its sects and denominations. This diversity develops based on different interpretations of the Quran and Hadith, as well as cultural and historical differences. Here's an overview of the main Islamic sects. 1. Sunnis. Definition: Sunnis are the largest sect in Islam, representing the majority of Muslims. Beliefs: Sunnis follow the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, according to the widely accepted Hadith. They rely on the concept of ijtihad, independent reasoning, in interpreting texts. Schools of thought. They are divided into several jurisprudential schools, including Hanafi, established by Imam Abu Hanifa; Maliki, established by Imam Malik ibn Anas; Shafi'i, established by Imam al-Shafi'i; Hanbali, established by Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. 2. Shia. Definition: Shia Muslims are the second largest sect in Islam. They differ from Sunnis primarily regarding the issue of leadership and succession after the Prophet Muhammad's death. Beliefs: Shia Muslims believe that Ali ibn Abi Talib, the Prophet's cousin, is the rightful successor. They also have their own texts and hadith collections, such as Al-Kafi. Branches. Key Shia branches include Twelver, the largest group of Shia Muslims believing in 12 imams. Zaydis, primarily found in Yemen and differing from Twelvers on the concept of imamate. Ismailis, they differ on the name of the imam succeeding the sixth imam. Islamic sects play a critical role in the rich tapestry of the religion, influencing beliefs, practices, and community dynamics. Today we're exploring the major sects, Sunni and Shia, as well as some lesser-known groups. Sunni Islam, comprising about 85 to 90% of Muslims globally, emphasizes the Sunnah, or practices of the Prophet Muhammad. It stresses community consensus and the importance of the first four caliphs following the Prophet's death. In contrast, Shia Islam represents around 10 to 15% of the Muslim population. Shia Muslims believe that leadership should have stayed within the Prophet's family, particularly with Ali, his cousin and son-in-law. This belief has led to unique rituals and interpretations of Islamic law. There are also smaller sects like Ibadi, predominantly in Oman, which advocate for a more moderate approach and are distinct from both Sunnis and Shias. Each sect faces challenges such as theological disputes, political tensions, and social issues within their communities. However, they contribute beautifully to the diversity of thought within Islam. Understanding these sects fosters better intercultural dialogue and respect. It's essential to recognize both their contributions and the challenges they face to promote unity and peace within the broader Muslim community. Whether you're studying or simply curious, this knowledge can deepen your appreciation for the complexities of Islam. Today, we're diving into the diverse world of Islamic sects, a topic that's vital for understanding the beliefs and practices of over 1 billion Muslims worldwide. Islam is primarily divided into two major sects, Sunni and Shia. Sunnis make up about 85 to 90% of the global Muslim population. They follow the traditions of the Prophet Muhammad and emphasize communal leadership, choosing leaders through consensus. Shia Muslims, on the other hand, represent around 10 to 15% and believe in a line of leaders, or imams, who are considered divinely appointed from Muhammad's family. Within these groups are further subdivisions. For example, within Sunni Islam, there are 4 main schools of thought: Hanafi, Maliki, Shafi'i, and Hanbali, which vary in matters of jurisprudence and theology. Shia Islam also has branches like the Twelvers and Ismailis, differing on leadership and interpretation. Understanding these sects is crucial, as they reflect the rich tapestry of cultural and theological diversity within Islam. While sectarian tensions exist, many Muslims today advocate for unity and mutual respect. By learning about these differences, we can foster dialogue and appreciation for the complexities of Islamic faith and its global community.